Howdy, y'all. Welcome on in to our third episode of Country of Mist. Before we enter into things, we will have a brief cold open. Y'all have entered this town that is something different from what you've ever experienced in your time as investigators. And you see the sheriff, tall man in a dark suit, standing over a body that he has just shot. As the blood pools around this person and seeps in to the dusty desert, he turns his head and smiles wide, where you can see 3 gold teeth among the rest, in a perfectly off-putting grin. Well, howdy. Welcome to Other Junction, folks. Hope you have a good time here. Stay out of trouble. And with that, we come in to our third episode. We will go around the table. Unfortunately, Knox is not able to be with us today, but we will say hello to everybody else, starting directly to my right, I think, on the overlay screen with Panopticon GM Alan. Give us your name, character name, and your pronouns and character pronouns, please.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, everybody. My name's Alan, the all saying I. Any, really. You could use any pronouns with me. I don't really care. Just go ahead and call me. Uh, and tonight I am playing Father Deacon Brandt, a disgraced priest. And he is he, him. And I do apologize for the background noise.
That's all right. Moving on next over to Sophia.
Everyone, I'm Sophia, also known as Ninja Teddy. My pronouns are she, her, we, and I will be playing Bailey Reed. She is a writer, and her pronouns are she, her.
Fantastic. Moving on down to the next person on our list, Medi.
Hi, I'm Benny, and tonight, she, her pronouns, and tonight I'll be playing Lily Bai. Yeah, I kind of slurred my words there for a moment. She, her pronouns, and she's a back alley doctor, with a dark side. I guess it's quite literally.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Nick.
Hello there, I am Nick, he, they, and I will be playing Jade Howe, she, her, who, she just has a lot of issues, is all I'll say.
Fantastic. And with that, we will start the session proper with a monologue from Nick.
All right. I always wondered why we say green with envy when we talk of jealousy. Not the first time we assign colors to emotions. Red with rage, blue with melancholy. But why green for jealousy? What connections do we draw from jealousy to the color green? Then it hit me. All those years ago, as I watched my two friends fall in love with each other, and this miasma welled up within me like thick oil that threatened to choke me, the black tendrils that coil at the edge of my vision, and this voice that shouted in my mind out, it blurred thoughts. Why each other? Why not me? What do they find in each other that I lack? And there I, Adrian on the ground, battered, bruised, bleeding, my knuckles stained with the blood of one of only two people who've ever treated me with kindness, who ever extended a hand in friendship to me. And Cassie standing there, hands over her mouth, staring at me with such fear and horror. The weight of what I've done didn't even hit me until I saw that terror-struck look on her face. I didn't even remember attacking Adrian, a black hole in my memory, as if I surrendered control of my own body to something else, something overpowering and all-encompassing, animal impulse. That was when it struck me. Envy is green because it is poison, one that flows through my veins like blood.
Fantastic.
Hot damn.
Give the snaps as we learn the history of our characters. So, you've seen the sheriff who is now walking away toward his office. There's a body to a murder that you watched be committed. You have the saloon, the hardware store, the sheriff's office, and the bank standing here in this town, among other smaller, what seem to be houses, private houses. What would you all like to do in this moment?
Question, the person that got shot, we don't know who this person is, right?
You have no idea.
Okay.
And in fact, do you look at the body?
I think Jade will, hands in pockets, just look at the body in disinterest, just more curiosity than worried about who this person is. Like,
The face of the body appears to be static.
oh, as in like
You
frozen,
cannot
or
make
is it
out
just like,
features.
oh,
Hmm.
okay, so it's not like a
it's
frozen
like
expression.
old TV static.
Ooh.
Hmm.
That doesn't look right. Doctor, you have a diagnosis, I said to Lily.
Well, first time I've ever seen this, but I'd say he has a case of side character syndrome, background character syndrome.
I concur, Doctor.
Although I think she kind of pulls out a handkerchief and just kind of just puts it over his face. No.
I'm just. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say Jade is just, like I said, she doesn't care about this person, but she is here to attempt to solve a murder. Is there a bullet lodged in this person? Because the previous victims, there were no bullets, right? If I recall.
There is a bullet in the wound.
Okay, so this is not the person killing.
No. The sheriff is definitely not the stranger.
One thing
Actually,
oh,
go ahead.
One thing that I forgot to mention is there is a clock tower and a church at the far end of the thoroughfare, and you can see from where you're at that it appears to be 10:30 in the morning.
So, does the body have pistols and a bullet belt?
Yes.
Cool. I'm taking those.
Okay.
And you watch Deacon, strap them on real quick, pull
Are you
back his
grabbing
coat
now?
over him. I'm gonna go ask questions.
Mm,
And he heads over to the bar.
of course.
Okay. While Deacon is doing that, are there any places that other people want to go other than the bar, or do you want to drink in?
There, you said there was a church, a clock tower, the bar, the sheriff's office, and what was the fifth one?
There's a bank and a hardware store, and the church and the clock tower are one.
Oh, all right. I will go. You know what? I'll follow Deacon to the bar. I'll shadow him.
Okay.
I
Just make
think
sure that no one jumps him and shanks him in the back.
I think Lily will probably go head to church.
Okay. How about Bailey?
Bailey can't go to the church. We'll go to the bar. But before she leaves, does she, like, this person was shot? Does she smell blood?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I'll say this, it is more, how do I put this? It is heavy on the iron side. If you want to look closer, there is something unusual about it.
Yeah, she'll if there's something unusual about it, she'll definitely look closer.
Okay. Would you please give me, this is a look behind the mist roll. So sorry, Alan, is look behind the mist, is it Logos or Mythos?
Look beyond the mist is plus mythos.
Okay. Then could you give me a roll at +1?
Okay. Remind me.
You've got
It's
2d6 +1,
okay.
and 7 or above is at least a partial success. 10 or above is a complete success.
Okay. That is 8.
Okay. Mixed success. So what is going to happen is you are going to take a condition, tier 1, queasy 1.
Okay.
This is an anathema to pure what you think of when you think of blood. It is heavy on something that you couldn't have initially realized, but when you look closer and look beyond the mist, this is stage prop blood. It's corn syrup.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go to the church first with Lily.
Oh, just a quick. I changed my mind. I'll go to the hardware shop.
Okay. Fantastic. Lily, you enter in to the church. This is a building that, for the most part, it has no major features to it. It has about 10 pews. There's an altar that has several candles lit and a pulpit. The windows are not glass windows for the most part. They are areas that have been left open to the elements because glass is difficult to get out this far. But there is one piece, it's a centerpiece behind the pulpit, and it is not glass, but stained glass. And it is an image of a dove in the morning light.
Hmm.
There's no one in the chapel whenever you enter. However, once you have come in, there is a woman that comes in wearing preacher's garb. Can I help you?
Oh, um, I suppose I'm new in town, and I figure that this should ought to be like but the place I should go to, like, for um this making help make sure a man gets their last rites. There's been a shooting um like out by the bar.
Ah, another one. The sheriff has been less lenient lately. The smallest infraction has resulted in summary execution. She goes over and there's 10 candles lit on the altar. She takes flint, steel, flicks it off, lights another candle. Thank you for letting me know, but there are no last rites to deliver. Within time, when high noon strikes, the body will disappear.
I see. Um, how long has the sheriff been like this?
Sheriff Blake has always been a stickler for rules, but
And even more so lately, I suppose, on
about the
account
last
of the
month,
on account of the stranger.
yes, in the last month, there's been a man that comes every day at high noon asking for the guilty to be delivered to him. And the sheriff believes that if he delivers a body, that the stranger will leave town. Unfortunately, this ritual has not garnered the intended result. And now we just have smaller and smaller grievances ended in tragedy.
Interesting. Well, well, like I said, you seem oh yeah, as you kind of introduced us. Okay, oh yeah, pardon me, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lily. This and you, who might you be?
Minister Roberts. I've been shepherding this flock for near on a decade.
Hmm. You seem, I suppose like you are not from these parts either.
No, I came in from city far away, place that we call Pain Town.
Out of character, I kind of forgot like that if that was a relevant name for us.
It is, you know, as a character, that Paintown is the largest city in this universe. Also, it was the city that was completely wiped off the map, that everyone outside awakened shortly after. You can think of it as a stopper on
Ah,
a big bottle.
oh, okay. Wait, paint, uh, Paint Town. Like,
Yes.
that's been that city's gone.
Well, that's another thing to mourn, I suppose.
Uh,
Something that
wait.
you know it was about 3 to 5 years ago
Okay.
when Paintown was wiped off.
Okay. Like that's been like it got gone for like five, like 3 or 5 years ago. Like, have you been here a lot since then, or?
I haven't traveled back to it, but I've been here 8 years now. So it sounds like I got out just in time.
It would seem so. Uh, how did you end up here?
She walks over to the pulpit, kind of dragging her hand alongside the outside of it, the outside of the top of the pulpit. And she looks up at the stained glass window for a long count. And then she turns back to you. How can I help you?
Um, I mean, we were just talking earlier, Minister.
I'm sorry. I must be. I'm not myself.
We are. Are you unable to actually leave this place?
I don't know why I would. I've got my flock, as dwindling as it may be. This is where I'm supposed to be.
See. Uh, well, but thank you anyways. Just your
Of course.
it's been informative. Uh, I guess. Would you happen? Um, let's see. What moves that do I have? Like there's look through the mist and what else?
There's look beyond the mist. You could investigate if you would like to.
Yeah,
And
let's
investigate
investigate.
allows you to ask several questions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Go ahead then and look at your tags. This is a plus power roll. So tell me, what are you going to attempt to investigate with this? Are you looking at the medical side? Are you trying to discern if there's something wrong with her? Are you investigating the area around? What would you like to?
Uh, let's go. Yeah, I think I'll like to maybe have a better look at her.
Okay.
Going forward, I guess using eye for detail and
Uh huh.
I'd say maybe some of that some of that sorcery knowledge and see if you might notice anything.
Okay. That would give you a +2. Let me take a look real quick. I would say also you've got a good liar.
Hmm.
That's something that you could detect if something's going on with what she's saying.
Yeah, let's go with that too.
And I'm going to invoke your weakness tag, which will give you a -1. You will mark that it's invoked next to it. It's hallowed ground. You are in a church.
Yes, I'm just now realizing it.
So you'll roll at +2, but you in click on that invoke, and that will give you attention at the end of the session, which is basically your
Okay. All right. So what dice did I roll? 2d6 or
2d6 + 2.
okay. That's a 7.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So that is still a mixed success. It You are going to get a straight answer to 2 questions, and then once you are finished with your questions, you'll choose one of 3 things.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and, because they can affect the questions, I'll let you know what the 3 things are. You'll choose one, and then you'll ask your questions after.
Okay.
So you can have your investigation exposes you to danger.
All right.
The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, or part true, part false. Or whoever or whatever you are asking the questions can ask you one question as well, and you must answer honestly.
Let's go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and ask your 2 questions.
All right.
And these can be out of character questions that your character is wondering about, or they can be direct questions to the character from your character.
Hmm. Is is there a specific person uh, that a stranger is actually looking for besides just the guilty?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, I mean, the stranger said like she claims the stranger here for them, telling them to bring him bring him the guillotine and such. Like, is there actually an more specific person he's targeting?
And that one was a direct question to the character?
Yeah.
Okay. I've gotten the sense that this stranger wants somebody specific, but there's no indication as to who that might be.
And this is probably an out of character one. Is our minister can we safely take her out of this realm, or has she been too inundated into it?
It's difficult to say whether you would be able to remove her or not, but you get the sense that she does not want to be removed, that this is her mission. And
Okay.
it's kind of a quixotic mission. Like, she is most likely unable to complete this mission as the situation is, but she is completely devoted to the mission
Okay.
of saving this town.
Okay. I think that's the two questions now.
Yeah.
Was there a third?
Not a third. No,
Yep.
that's the two that you get, and she gets to ask you one in turn. And that question is, what did you come here for?
We came here to investigate some murders from outside our town. It seemed to be traced back to the stranger.
Well, if it's murders you're looking for, that does seem to be the primary business in this town. And if the sheriff has anything to say about it, seems like business is booming. I think that's a good place to shift scenes. Let's go over to Deacon Brant and Bailey over at the bar. So, as you walk in, there's a bar set up in the saloon. You have a man behind the bar, older, kind of salt and pepper hair with a long, spindly mustache. You have a young woman behind a piano playing your typical bar tune, a little bit upbeat. I'm literally thinking of the saloon music Valley.
Yeah, see, I went Tombstone.
No, this is upbeat. This is cozy, which kind of feels out of place so it's a bit discordant with everything else that's going on. Young lady with long black hair. And you have 4 people playing cards. One of which seems to be in control of the table. And he has a well-manicured beard and small glasses, bifocals, which are exceedingly rare. And he seems to have a stack of cash next to him, whereas others have dwindling piles of bills. Lastly, you see an old man with a long beard set over in the corner of the bar. And you can see he has a large mug in front of him. He's about halfway through and has a dusty pickaxe table.
All right. I think my first stop's going to be at the bar top, going up to the bartender. I slide out 2 of the cartridges from the bullet belt, set them right on the counter. Give me a double.
Understood. Looking well, or you want the top shelf?
How much more would it be for the top?
1 more?
Slide 1 more bullet across.
Okay. He pours you 2 fingers of whiskey, generous pour, and then afterward, which is completely out of character for what you would expect from a saloon, asks, "Oh, you want that on the rocks?"
Excuse me, good sir.
Would you like it with ice?
Surprised you're able to get ice out in this desert.
We got an ice box. Just got it going on a month ago.
No, I'll drink it neat. Thank you.
Understood.
Tell me, keep. What do you know about this stranger that's been plaguing town?
Comes in at high noon. I get customers hiding from his wrath.
All right. Any well, what's your game over here? Faro, poker, blackjack?
That game is private, but they play either blackjack or 5-card draw,
All right.
depending on what is Malcolm's desire.
And I'm assuming that Malcolm is that handsome gentleman over there with the large stack of bills.
That would be correct.
Very nice. And I walk over to that table.
Okay. While you are walking over there, Bailey, what would you like to be doing at this point?
I guess if he's walking over to that table, I think Bailey will go over there as well, like seeing him out over there. She's gonna just look pretty and try to be a distraction.
Okay. That's fair. Then what I will ask you to do is to make a change the game roll, which
Okay.
is plus power. And if you have tags that would aid in your appearance, then you can add those.
I do have stunning appearance.
Okay. Are there any others that you would like to add?
No.
Okay. Double
But
check to see if there's anything that I might think of. No, nothing I can think of. But I do think your tastes like blood would be a negative to this. So
okay.
it would be a wash on the dice, but you get to invoke your taste like blood, which means you'll get to mark an attention at the end of the session.
Okay.
And I believe that you have a minimum of 1 point of juice. So you'll roll +0, but if you succeed, you will still have a result of 1.
Okay. 8.
Okay. So you get juice equal to your power. You can spend the juice to have the following effects 1-to-1. You can create a story tag. You can burn a power tag or a story, or you can give or reduce status. At this point, you could reduce your queasy if you wanted to. You could also create a status like alluring 1 and then use that status to aid someone. Like if
That's
you
what I
want
would like to
aid
do.
people. Okay. Fair enough. So you have a story tag of alluring 1. And it's as you are standing there that we move the camera, so to speak, back to Deacon. You now have an alluring bodyguard behind you.
I I look right at Bailey. I go, I see what you're doing. Good job. And I sit down at the table and push. I push the whiskey glass a little bit forward and go, got room for one more.
Malcolm takes the glasses down. I saw you pay with ammunition over there. I'm afraid that this is a cash-only game.
Oh, I'm sure this will do. And I take out my wallet and pull out our, like, from the cash from our realm,
Yeah.
stick it on the table, and shove it over to him.
How much are you pulling out?
About $5,000.
Okay. I see. Well then, for such a high roller, how could I refuse?
All right, what's the game?
I think just to even the odds, we might have a game of pure chance.
I'm game.
Very well. Let's do high card.
And the wager?
Well, For each hand you lose, I would say 250.
All right.
For each hand you win, well, you look like someone with questions.
Oh, I've got plenty. But 250 a hand sounds pretty generous. A little extra on the back end if I win, that works. Let's play.
Fair enough. And what I'm going to do, you get to choose how many hands you're playing. I'm going to draw 2 cards per hand.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and say 3.
Okay. And you can choose as you go. You can tap.
All right.
So, first hand, I'm saying this for my own information to keep it in mind. The left card is going to be Malcolm's card. The right card is going to be your card. Okay. Malcolm draws a Jack of Spades, and you draw a Queen of Diamonds. Well, it seems that luck is on your side.
Sometimes it's how the devil plays.
Go on. Ask your question.
What time you from?
Time. That is an interesting question.
It's not every day
I
you
was
run into a man wearing bifocals in the Old West.
No. No, it's not. I have been here a spell, as the locals say. But I come from the same place you come from.
Good to know.
Shall we?
Next him.
Indeed. You pull, or Malcolm pulls an 8 of clubs, and you pull a Jack of clubs. You're on quite the roll.
Luck of the center, I guess. Tell me, why are you raking in these 2 poor boys for all they're worth?
Because once high noon strikes, they'll cease to exist anyway.
No, that's not very godly like of you.
No, I mean literally. Look at their faces. And
I look over.
this has been something that hasn't crossed your mind until now. But they have that same static face.
So, you're almost always slated to win.
You can call me the house. Let's up our wager, just in case your luck.
What are you proposing?
1,000.
Okay. If we're up in the ante, 1,000 versus the life of these 2 boys.
Unfortunately, their life is not in my hands.
No, but it is possible to save them, I believe.
Okay. Then
How about this? I'll make it a even 4,000.
very well. I will take that bet. And if you succeed, I will give you their lives.
So at this point, I'm gonna roll change the game.
Okay.
Let's see here. Divine Defiance, Contempt for the Corrupt, Make Sinners Sweat, and Everybody's Friend.
That's a full +4. Let's see. Where's my city of mist? There's my city of mist. I will ask, what is your goal in changing the name?
I'm going to change my luck specifically for this hand. And the goal is I'm going to give myself a +3 continuing lucky as hell as I manipulate fate a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to. You've got 4 right now, but I will invoke your can't be trusted, that he is
Yep, okay,
on
that's
the
fair.
lookout for cheating, so to speak. And you will be rolling at an additional -1.
I was wondering when that was coming back. All right.
Which status was that again?
It was going to be lucky as hell, and it was going to be ongoing 3, but since it's only 2, it's going to be just a temporary 2.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your roll.
Well, that sucks. That's a 4 on the die, so it's a 6 total.
Okay. I am going to have you roll face danger. And
All right.
you are at a -1 for this roll.
What's the nature of the danger?
The danger is that your luck could be souring.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a couple of these out here.
Oh, and this is
Um,
a linked roll.
Yeah, I figured. Damn it. Pariah, take a beating like a champ. And damn. Righteous Flames?
I won't say righteous flames, but I will give you fireproof.
Okay. That's +3.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, actually, let's invoke achy and sore. No, hungover. Sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got. That is a 4 and a 6, so 10 plus what? 2, so 12.
Okay. Nicely done. You take no effect, but what I am going to do is preview the effect that you would have had. Because I like that kind of thing. You would have been looking at bad luck 3. And you do feel the manipulation of probability that was attempted.
Oh, goddamn. That sucked.
Yes. I suppose we both have our tricks.
Well, fine then. No more tricks. Let's do this au naturel.
Couldn't agree more. He flips over his card and he starts laughing. Luck is not on my side today. It's a 2 of spades. Flips over your card. 6 of diamonds.
Bad luck, friend.
Bad luck indeed. You have their lives. I'll offer you a question in addition.
Very nice. Now, what do you know about this stranger?
I know what I've seen. You ask where I'm from. I came from Paintown. I've been here going on 5 years playing cards.
And yet you have not been in the stranger's sight. Seems kind of odd to me.
Only goes after sinners. I play my game straight up.
Fair, valid. I can understand that. Some would say gambling is a sin, but at least you're an honest one.
That's the thing. This stranger only goes after those who feel guilt. So as long as I don't think of gambling as a sin, I am impervious.
Now that is a juicy piece of information. I reach over and scoop all his money away from him and push half to one guy and the other half to the other. And I say, enjoy keeping these boys alive.
I'll do my best.
I take the whiskey, shoot it down, stand up.
Question. Do
Yep.
either you or Bailey want to look beyond the mist?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, since you've had the priority in the scene, Bailey, would you like to be the one to make the roll?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your +1.
That is a 4.
Okay. In this, you don't see anything, but you know that this is somebody that has a rift. You just can't see well enough to know what that rift might be.
Okay.
And Deacon, not in regards to that specific person, Malcolm, would you like to look beyond the mist in the saloon?
So I rolled and I had a 4 as well.
Okay. Then you do not see who, but you know there is at least one other legend in this saloon. And with that information, we're going to switch scenes. We might come back to you if you want to stay there and figure. But we are going to the hardware store. it looked like the hardware store was open for business. But as you walk in, this is, what's your name again? Jade?
Yes.
As Jade walks in, you see a place that's been abandoned.
Hmm.
Everything else in this Western world has been grayscale. You've seen in black and white. But this hardware store is in full color. You see dust. You see abandoned boards, cobwebs. The signs of time. Those signs were not present in the Western world. What would you like to do?
Well, first off, Jade just kicks a stray piece of like broken plank with her feet, almost like in a oh what a waste of time way. Then it registers that this place is in fact in color. So she's gonna first look around the space. Is there anything like anachronistic, like doesn't belong in a Western setting around here?
Okay. Yeah, good question. Let's go ahead and have you roll and see what you might dig up.
Uh, Wait, roll what?
Investigation. So
Okay.
you are looking around to see if there's anything out of
Okay. All right. I will. Oh, I do not have a lot of tags that will benefit me for this. Rely on no one but myself.
Okay.
Uh, Physical empowerment. I use my
Okay.
snake ability to enhance my senses.
I'm down for it.
Okay, I think those are the only two that applies for this.
I would also give you control over your,
Oh,
so
emotions and
you're able
thoughts.
to focus.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll take it. And roll. Oh my goodness gracious. 7.
Okay. 7 is a success.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have the same list of choices.
Okay.
Your investigation can expose you to danger. The clues you get are fuzzy or incomplete. Or whoever or whatever to and ask you one question as well.
Well, this is probably, jinxing it, but I don't believe this broken down hardware store is gonna ask me any questions, so I will eliminate that choice.
Okay.
Uh, I will. I think if I choose investigation expose me to danger, it means I get the full clue, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will choose that one.
Okay. And you had +3,
Yes.
so you can ask 3 questions.
All right. So first off, anything that does not belong in a Western setting, is it here?
Yeah, you immediately spot on the far wall a staple gun.
Oh, staple. Okay. The ooh. And is there anything here that can tell me why this one place has color while everywhere else is like grayscaled?
I think the best way to answer this is a slight the mist parts for a moment and you see the reality of this place. This location is the closest to where you entered into this.
Mm,
At this place, the reality is almost in flux
hmm. So this is like a
because
rift.
it's trying to appear as it should, but you are seeing beyond that.
So the rift that brought us to this place is not this one.
No.
Okay. Does hmm. Okay, maybe pivot a bit. Is there and so this place looks extremely old, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume the whole place is dusty. Are there footprints around that doesn't belong?
Yes. There are footprints in the dust, and they lead behind the counter.
All right, I am going to steal. What size are the boots? Like kids or adults? Okay.
Not like big, not like small, just adult size.
All right. I will clench both my fists in preparation for potential danger, and I will slowly walk toward, not necessarily hiding myself, but walk carefully towards the counter, and then quickly as I go near, I just turn over and see if there's anyone behind it.
Okay. You creep up slowly. As you get closer, you hear a creaking of the floorboards. Someone is there. You know that they are there. You get ready with your fists, and you turn the corner to see Alejandro cowering. Please, please.
And so that's where you've been hiding. I just get over, and I just grab him by the arm and just pull him to his feet.
I'm sorry. I just... She said to run, so I did. And this place just felt familiar.
How?
I don't know how.
Well, have you seen the stranger around?
No, no. I hope I never see him again.
Why was he after you?
I don't know.
Is there anything you know that can help me?
I'm afraid not. I feel guilty about that.
Okay, he is sounding extremely creepy. Is something wrong with him?
Let me see.
Or is that just him, like, shell-shocked and just emotionless?
Hmm. Let's go ahead. This will be a linked roll, but let's have you use investigate again
Alright.
to get information. A linked roll means you cannot use the rely on no one but yourself, control the emotions and thoughts, or physical empowerment.
Oh, basically, I cannot use any that I've already used.
Yes.
Alright. I will use what makes people tick.
Okay.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Intimidate him physically. This one's maybe a bit on thin ice. Effortless deception. Probably not, right? I don't think.
No, I think, again, always bring it up. Let me say no.
Okay. All
but
right.
I will say no on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are the only two.
Okay. Then let me see. I am going to invoke doesn't work on gods.
I'm sorry now. Alejandro, you hiding something from me? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. I rolled 11 on the dice, so that would be +1, so that's 12.
Nice. Okay. Now, the positive of that is that you only get one question, but
Mhm.
there's no problems with it.
Okay.
And remind me what you chose in the previous one.
You mean
Exposes
my
you to
quest?
danger.
Oh yeah, that was what I chose.
Okay. We're still letting that hang in the air.
Okay, yeah, I figured. So my question would be, I mean, I thought that he was behaving a bit strange. So I'm trying to figure out what's his deal.
So, the strangeness from Alejandro seems to be coming from the fact that he's out of place. Like, he has not seen people from the outside world in a while. He has kind of squirrely eyes looking all around. He's afraid.
Hmm. Okay.
And he genuinely wants to help, but feels that he is incapable of helping.
Okay, so he is in fact a human being.
Yeah. This
Okay.
this is the Alejandro you're looking.
I'll just go. "Ugh. All right, you want to be useful? I put a hand on his shoulder. You're gonna be bait. I'm gonna drag him out of the hardware shop.
Now, here's a question. Do you want to convince Alejandro to be bait?
See, the
Or
thing
do
is,
you want to drag him?
like, like, because I'm in the position where even if he says no, Jade will still do it anyway.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
that still be convinced?
This is a situation in which if you fail, you just, drag him out. But
Okay.
if you succeed, he goes willingly.
All right. Yes. So I will do the convince move then. It's just be you're gonna be bait. You want to be useful, that kind of thing.
And this is not linked, so you have
Okay.
all tags available.
Okay. I will use uh what makes people tick? Uh, effortless deception.
Okay.
Dangerous because I'm trying to intimidate him to help me,
Mm-hmm.
and physical empowerment. I'm gonna put some strength into my grip on his shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be 4, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was a double face hugger, which is 2 ones, so that's a 6.
Okay. So in this
I
moment,
I have a backup plan if this doesn't work.
Okay.
oh, it works in the sense that Jade is able to drag Alejandro out. It's just Alejandro is not,
Willing.
willing to take part in this plan at
Yeah,
this
I'm just
juncture.
yeah, I just drag him out.
And you're totally capable of doing that. Jade is more than strong enough. Now, as you do that, let's shift back to the saloon. Do you all want to investigate further and find this other entity? Or do you want to go back out?
You know, we'll let Bailey go first, and then I'll see what I do. Bailey.
I'm sorry. Repeat
So,
the.
there is another rift in the saloon. I
Okay.
am guessing that Deacon shared that information. Okay. So it is up to Bailey if you want to investigate further into that, or if you want to leave that thread hanging and head back out to the thoroughfare.
I think she would want to investigate that. I think she's definitely curious.
Okay. Then you can make an investigate roll to actually no. This is going to be a take the risk. Because
Okay.
you are moving into an area that you don't know what's going on. So take the risk is you are performing a daring, risky, or outright stupid feat. You roll plus power. So you are attempting to find the rift.
Okay. Can I add my predatory instincts and research methods?
Absolutely. Those are good. I would also say you have a feeling of danger in this situation. So if you want to add self-control, that
Here.
would make
Yep.
sense.
Yep. 9.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. On a 7 to 9, things get messy. So I will offer you this choice. You can either leave the thread hanging, knowing that there is something dangerous in this saloon, or you can face that danger and put your body at risk to discover the truth.
Let's make a bad decision. Let's face that danger.
Okay. So this is a linked move, so you can't use the tags you just used.
Okay.
You are going to face danger. This is when you're using your ability to avoid an incoming hit, endure harm, resist a malign, or hold it together. In this case, you were trying to hold it together because you
Okay.
are feeling something that is unusual for Bailey, I would imagine. Feeling fear.
Okay.
So this is a plus power roll. Just so you know, the status you are working against is unreasonable fear, and it's a tier 4.
Okay.
So you will make your roll, decide your power tags, and then we'll roll it up.
Said it was early morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that one wouldn't work. The waking the girl, her joy tag.
Yeah.
The fact, the creative writing horror, that she's a horror author, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. I love it.
Sense of belonging.
Yeah. 100%.
I think those are the only ones I can think of. I don't know.
I think you would be able to make an art love for,
Love for the community.
and I would invoke your emotion.
Okay.
So you would have a -1 to 3, or no, +4. So your total is a +3. and you get to mark invoke emotional weakness.
Ooh. That would be a 7.
Okay. So at a 7, you take the status -1 tier. So unreasonable 3. And let's go ahead and say, Deacon, are you also staying at this moment?
Yeah, Deacon's gonna be looking around. And I see that Bailey's looking, so I just kind of put my hand closer to the gun strapped to my hip. And I, not really willing to draw, but just keeping it there just in case somebody wants to get frisky.
Okay. Go ahead and also make the same face danger roll. Same status.
All right. Divine Defiance, Contempt for the Corrupt, Dirty Fighting Tactics, Making Center Sweat.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. That is a 10.
Okay. So you do not take the status. Something to note for Bailey, this is a temporary status. If you leave the area of influence, it goes away.
Okay.
So with that, you both are sensing where this is coming from. It is the piano player.
Okay.
This overwhelming sense of fear is coming from a jaunty tune.
I have an idea. It's a terrible idea. I go up to the piano player and I ask him, "Do you know the merry-go-round broke down?"
She slowly looks over and her dark black eyes, black pupils. She says, "I don't take requests."
I'm sure you wouldn't mind just a little one, for old time's sake.
And this is going to be a question. Do you want to... This is a reverse of Look Beyond the Mist.
That would be an investigate.
Follow me on this. I don't think this is a type of role, but why don't you give me, if you want, do you want to use your riff as a presence? If you do, I'd have you roll plus mythos to see if you can kind of do a convince of another rift. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Go ahead then. You'll get a +1, I think.
Yeah, +1.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Okay. You see the woman turn her head to the side. And Bailey, your status goes away.
Yeah.
As she stops playing the piano. She looks at Deacon and says, Father?
Yes, darling.
And you realize she's talking not to Deacon the Deacon, but Father the Lucifer.
Nice. Can I help you?
Please, can you take me from here?
Working on it. One step at a time. Just remember the devil's in the details.
Okay. You are going to get a story tag as she goes back to the piano. She plays a portion of the Revolutionary Etude from Chopin. And you feel lighter, more capable of fighting. You're going to get a status of bolstered 2. And Bailey, you will get this status as well. This is a status that will affect you anytime you make a physical move.
Frederick fucking Chopin. My favorite. Keep doing good work.
Thank you, Father.
Bailey, if there's nothing else, let's mosey.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. Moving back out, Lily, was there anything else that you wanted to do in the church?
Nope. I'm thinking I was heading back to meet up with the others.
Okay. As you do, you see that time didn't pass much. Like, if you were to think about it, you spent maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the church. But time has passed an hour. It's now just 30 minutes to noon.
Hmm.
And as everyone has gathered this detail, at noon, the stranger will come calling. And let's see if we can get... I should have messaged them earlier. Let's see if we can get a break there. While we are waiting for the break, how's everybody feeling?
Just
Good.
dandy.
I am ready to endanger an innocent civilian.
Okay,
Fantastic.
okay. So hear me out.
Yeah.
the idea that I had that I got from this poker player was that the guy goes after those who feel guilt. Deacon has a lot to feel guilty for. He just doesn't feel it. I was gonna call him out, but since you've got Alejandro, and Alejandro
Yeah.
was somebody I protected, you know, there's gonna be some mixed feelings on that one.
I mean, I can beat him up a bit so that you feel guilty about it. Maybe that'll draw the stranger out.
It would be less
Um,
guilty and more pissed. Also, I have guns.
Damn.
I mean, there's also one other person who technically has a lot of guilt.
Honestly, I think there's enough guilt to go around.
Yeah. At least I have enough. At least I have enough guilt that is actually a tag.
Oh.
Hello, other cat. We've been graced by both cats.
Kitties.
Yeah.
Aww. This just becomes cat stream.
Yeah.
Me with my significant lack of cat.
Yeah,
Get off the
relatable.
stream, Alan.
Well, that's it, everybody. That's it for Deacon. It's a pleasure playing with y'all.
All right. Let's go ahead. We'll take a 15-minute break and we'll get back to the show.
All right.
And we're back. As you move, all of you, back out to the thoroughfare, Jade dragging Alejandro. You see the clock that Lily was looking at. It goes from 30 to noon and slowly moves around and starts dong, dong, 12 chimes. It seems that whatever's going on with the stranger, that time is affected in this place. and you see at the head of the thoroughfare, opposite the church, the stranger lifting a hand and pointing at Alejandro.
I'm gonna shove him aside.
And he starts walking closer. You all are outside at this point. What would you like to do?
Jade will walk up towards him. Just cracking her neck, loosening her shoulder, getting ready for a brawl.
Okay.
I'm
As you
gonna go ahead.
As you walk closer, you immediately take a status.
Oh boy.
There is no roll. There is no anything. You are at terrified 4.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
As a reminder to those at home, if you take a status of 6, that is your character is altered forever.
Ooh.
And
Good
this
to know.
happens the first step you take in the direction of the stranger. It is high noon. He is even more dangerous.
How about you lay off the non-sinners and come after the bigger fish?
Points a gun in your direction. Like you to face danger. Again at -6.
Oh my god.
Okay. Actually, can I counter with a stop holding back?
Sure.
All right. So what I want to do is kind of like, yeah, it's gonna be that standard showdown kind of look where I'm, got my hand over by my hip, wind's blowing the jacket to the side, and as he's aiming his gun at me, I'm gonna look back and be like, it's time to feel the weight of your own sins. And I'm trying to force almost a pen and stare like kind of attack at him with the gun in my hand, or like as I'm reaching for it, the quick draw.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that this is related to your divine flame power?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Then I will say it's significant. Would you still like to roll?
Yeah, actually, I thought it was going to be worse.
You know what? You think it's worse? Because let me give you my thinking. This feels like a new power.
Yeah, and that is actually kind of why I thought it was going to be worse. I was expecting no return.
Okay. I will give you no return then. I think that
Works for
that's
me.
appropriate.
So that's going to be +3. Let's see what I got.
Yep.
That's a 9.
Okay. You succeed, but you are going to be replacing a theme book.
You know, I I want to pitch this real quick on stream. My struggle.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
think this would be an almost literal come to Jesus moment for him.
Okay. So, for everybody else at the table, stop holding back is kind of your ultimate move. You do things that are new or never, and you do something incredible, but at a huge cost. In this case, essentially, Deacon is marking 3 fader on one of his themes. And that theme is gone forever. And it will be changed out after the stream.
Okay.
So this is a brief respite. But you still take the terrified status.
Works for me.
But there is also a status of faltered 2 on the stranger.
All right. So,
and this is the first status that has been inflicted on the stranger.
oh, all right. Can I paint the picture of how this happens, what this looks like?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. So he's pointing the gun towards me, and it's one of those instant quick draws. Especially since I had that bolstered, right? I just and he takes the shot, I take the shot, same time. I'm sure I get winged, he gets winged. I'm standing there, gun clatters to the floor, and that shot, I'm imagining, is just going through every single person he has ever affected and feeling the weight of their sins and the pain he's caused on them.
Okay. You see that happen. The stranger does not take any physical damage. The person who gets clipped and falls flat on their back, spinning as it happens, is Alejandro.
Mm. Mm. All right.
And Alejandro is bleeding profusely. Who would like to act next?
I think Lily would probably act to at least like stabilize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. That's going to be a
Okay.
change the game roll.
Yeah, give me a moment. Just move the cat away. She's licking everything. I have no idea why is she licking everything. Okay. Okay. Emergency first aid. And let's see. Eye for detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's it. That's all I can think of it right now.
I will also offer you counter spells.
Okay, that works too. So that's +3.
Yep.
That's a 6.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Is there a way to boost the roll further, or
Do you have any statuses that were on you?
no? Don't think so.
Oh, shoot. I should have given you a status. A positive status from the chapel.
Ah.
Should should have been Calm 1. So if you want to use that, that would be...
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. That goes away then. And you are able to kind of reduce the status 1 tier per point. So that eliminates the status of shot.
Okay.
And Bailey or Jade, would you like to act?
I think seeing that Alejandro gets winged from Deacon shooting the stranger, she's not the brightest bulb, but she can work out easily enough that hurting the stranger is gonna hurt Alejandro. At least that's the
Yeah.
conclusion that she will draw. So she's just going to spare Alejandro a glance. Lily is patching him. She doesn't really care about Alejandro, so she's just gonna turn back to the stranger, and green scales is gonna crawl up along her skin, and then she's gonna charge forward using her snake-like agility and transform the lower half of her body into a snake. I'm gonna wrap him up and tie him up.
Okay.
So I will be using physical empowerment, snake shifting, defy gravity because I'm flying my way towards him. Dangerous martial arts and underground cage fighting. Because I
Okay.
think the terrify gives me -4, right? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, so that means so that's a
it'll be a
+2
plus
for me.
2. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. The face hugger again. That's a 7.
Okay. So that would be a go toe-to-toe roll.
Yes.
So on a 7 to 9, you get to choose 1. You manage to achieve your goal, e.g. take something hold. You get them good, giving your opponent a status equal to power. Or you block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. If you don't choose this, they can impose a status on you.
Yeah. I'll take the damage. Achieve my. What's the difference between achieve my goal and get them good?
Honestly, getting them good, you've seen that imposing a status on the stranger affects Alejandro, not the stranger. So
Okay. So I was thinking, like, because if I want to wrap him up, would I be applying a status to him, or would achieve goal be better
I
here?
think achieve goal is what you're looking for.
Okay, yes, then I will choose achieve my goal, and I will take the damage from the stranger as I bind him up and just, just constrictor snake the shit out of him.
Okay. Let's see.
Is Alejandro reacting at all to that?
Like, I'm not hurting it. I'm just holding him down.
Yeah. The holding, I think Alejandro can't move now.
It's fine. He's injured. We don't want him to move and bleed more.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying to think of what the 5 status would be.
Tier 5 would probably be like incapacitated or bound or something like that.
Frozen by fear, 5.
Okay. Oh,
So
that's for
you
me.
are at this point, you're unable to do anything else. You're barely holding on.
Okay.
And Bailey, it is your turn to act.
He's being held down. I would like to rush in, fangs out again. I believe she's bitten him before. And she's gonna go and try to bite the stranger while he's being bound up.
Okay. Go ahead. Direct attacks, -6. And
Oh,
do
boy.
your worst on power.
Lily's
Can I
got
use
my-
that
got
bolster
another
here?
Huh?
Can I use that bolster here?
Yes. And it is persistent, so that one will stay.
Okay. Let's see. predatory instincts, needful fangs, self-control for fighting against this fear.
Sure.
Not sure I can use any of the others for this.
I think you got up to a -1.
Yeah, so that's not too bad.
That's
Roll
pretty good,
high.
all things considered.
Yeah.
Seven.
Okay. So this feels like a go toe-to-toe roll. And you get to choose 2. You manage to achieve your goal. You can block, dodge, or counter their best attempt. If you want to give him a status, you know that's going to Alejandro.
Okay. Sorry, what were the first couple things there?
You manage to achieve your goal, whatever your goal may be, and you block, dodge, or counter their best.
Okay. Definitely want to do the blocker counter. And I think her goal was to bite him. So that's like, I think that's, she'll
Yeah.
bite him, attempt to weaken him by draining him.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. The bite marks do appear on Alejandro. And the world gets fuzzy. You are not able to see clearly anymore the Western setting.
Oh.
Somebody adjust the rabbit ear so that they can see.
We'll go back around then. We're not in strict initiative order, but it feels like appropriate for Deacon to go first.
Deacon's gonna like stand up real shakily, kick the gun towards the stranger, and walk towards Alejandro.
Okay. I'm following what you're... I think you can continue. What do you want to do when you get to Alejandro? He's not that far away.
Does the stranger do anything?
Puts the gun down for a moment.
All right.
Like down at his side.
So once I notice this, I keep going up to Alejandro and kneel right next to him, say, "Son, this is a problem of your own making. What did you do?"
I go ahead and make a convince roll.
All right, let's see here. Since my tags would go at the end of the session, I'm going to use everybody's friend, making sinner sweat, and clergy vestments.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Also, that's dynamite for me because I'm getting good at this.
Okay. Remind me the dynamite implication for convince.
Hold on, I gotta find that actually. What book is that in? I don't think that's for convince. That's for my defining event.
Ah,
You've become comfortable with who you are now. You choose a core move that best reflects. Oh, the way. Okay, yeah. So it's dynamite. Hold on. Now I got to go find convince because I'm smart.
you give the target a status equal to power +2. To avoid it, they must change their agenda
Yeah.
as in +10. But in addition, the target must. Okay. I have this. I didn't do anything. The
That's a
world
load. Go ahead.
fades. The Western world fades. And you are back in the warehouse, the hardware store. The gun of the stranger is in Alejandro's hand. And he says, I didn't do this, but I can stop it moving forward. Your black clothing evaporates to what it normally would. And you get that there was a schism between the rift and the person.
I want to look beyond the mist at this guy. I think everybody else should too, just in case I fail.
Actually, I'm not going to give you a chance to fail on this one. You see, when you look beyond the mist, the stranger, but Alejandro is the person. Thank you. I guess I want to say I'm sorry that all this happened, but that's probably the attitude that got me in this situation.
Well, that's between you, God, and your confession. Think you have a lot to atone for, but ain't nothing I can do about that.
I do want to atone. You all, how did you find me?
I actually don't remember. Above
You
the
came
table.
as part of the Magnus Institute.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't think we're
Yeah,
allowed to
we
reveal
per-
that. So I will
It's
not say
not
anything.
a secret organization.
Oh, is it?
No.
We're part of the Magnus Institute. And we are at least charged with actually looking for people like you and safeguarding them from them, sometimes from themselves.
That sounds like a place that I could start to atone. If you think they'd have me.
I think they would.
And I think that is a wonderful place to
Mm.
end off our episode.
Hey.
Yeah.
To see what the Magnus Institute is all about, you'll have to join us on the next episode of Country of Mist. What let's go ahead and do outros in reverse. Starting with Nick.
All right. Hello, everyone. I have been Nick, and I have been playing Jade Howe. A pleasure to be able to play this game again after a very long hiatus. Even if daylight savings did, make me stay way past my bedtime longer than it needed to, but it is what it is. I will embrace it.
Hi, this is Mehdi again. Tonight I've been today I've been playing Lily, and yeah, nothing to show. It's been a long hiatus. We're all just trying to get back into characters.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I'm Sophia, also known as Nerdy Teddy from Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy. Currently, just the GM for Fields of the Dead. We return December 13th, but you can come join us next weekend. We'll be doing a little panel discussing the zombie apocalypse over at Convention Zero. So come hang out for that, and we'll see you next time.
And before we head to our last person, it's the Morgan Institute.
Wow.
Because of the
Knox
Magnus
making
meme
her
that I
only cameo. Magnus Archives was on my mind so much. It is the Morgan Institute. And with that, Alan.
Curse it, GM.
See,
You fed me the wrong lines.
I did. I'm sorry.
And see, as soon as you said Magnus Institute, I was like, where's the head archivist?
What?
Where's Jonathan Sims?
Jonathan Sims, head archivist,
Magnus
Magnus
Institute,
London.
London. Hey, everybody, my name's Alan, the All Seeing Eye. You'll see me back here on the 30th for Murder in Two. No, that's not what I called it. Who Killed Roger Rabbit? That's right. I'm smart. Yeah, so we're doing Who Killed Roger Rabbit, a quirky noir whodunit using Outgunned. And then following that, the next week, can't remember, the first Saturday or Sunday of December, we will be doing um, Breaking Neon on Roller's Joint, where our very own Synthetic 20 is going to be there. And we're going to be getting into some weird Alice in Wonderland field mafia raving crap. It's yeah, it's a whole cluster. Outside of that,
Sounds wild.
oh, it is. They're in danger. I don't really have anything else. Make sure you join Singularity. Keep up to date with all of our fun stuff. And with that, I'll turn it over to Sin.
Hey, everybody. I'm Synthetic. You could call me Sin. I have a quick question before I do my outro. Sophia, am I okay to talk about the thing?
I mean, yes, nothing's been announced, but yes, you're okay to talk about it.
So, is it okay to announce it here?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So, in addition to the games, Who Killed Roger Rabbit, and Breaking Neon that I will be participating in with Alan, on the 12th of next month, we are going to be having the first of hopefully many, we'll see what one-shots in a Blades in the Dark hack of my own creation, which I am calling Something in the Dark, in which there is something hunting our player characters. They are all going to die, and they are all going to join the darkness. Join us over on Nerds with Dice to find out what that means on the 12th of December.
And help us
Casting-
raise money for feeding America.
We will be raising money for Feeding America. Love that for us. And the casting call for that will be going up at some point on Nerds with Dice. So if you want to get in on that, head on over there and join the Discord
Mm.
and the darkness.
Mm.
With that, are we sending a raid anywhere? I don't have anyone.
Yeah, everybody I have is offline.
Okay.
Torn Talks Creativity, I think, is playing Horizon Zero Dawn. They're pretty
We can
cool.
do that. Do you want to put their name in the country list?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and send a raid over to a video game player of Torn Talks Creativity. And y'all have a good month. Let's see you back, hopefully next month, for another episode of Country of Mist.